What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you guys are having a great finally freaking Friday. Just finished my live stream with my man, Game Time Brian. Game Time is up to 460 subscribers. He's only 40 away from having to do the chip challenge. Come on now. Come on. I know y'all want to see him burn. All we need is 40 more people to sub up to Game Time Brian, and he's got to do the chip. Yeah, he's going to do the chip. Now, for us, tomorrow, 5 o'clock, we have our first preseason action. Now, watching a lot of the teams out here, watching the Giants play today, watching the Texans and things last night, you didn't know a lot of the players. I mean, we knew C.J. Stroud because the Cowboys had interest in that guy who threw a pick his second NFL pass. Watching the Lions, I didn't necessarily know a lot of the guys that were on that team and so on and so forth, but be that as it may, we have a lot of guys that we know a lot about that we're going to be looking at that really need to do well. Guys like Neville Gallimore. Gallimore, a couple of years ago, was slotted to be a starter until he hyperextended his elbow. Right now, he is on the bubble. We got guys like Semi Fioco, who, has been that, training camp standout guy and stuff right now, but he's on the bubble. We're going to see guys probably like, Mozzie Smith's supposed to play, and we definitely want to see him do a little bit of damage. He probably won't play a whole lot to get him out there for a few plays, I'm sure. But we'll probably see guys like Dante Fowler. We'll see guys probably like Sam Williams. We're going to see so many, Deron Bland. We've got a lot of guys that played valuable time for us. And so this game for us, it'll be guys that you actually know. And I'm looking really, really forward to it. Now, I was sitting here, when I got finished talking with Brian and things, I was telling him that people don't realize what has been built here with the Dallas Cowboys. If you think about the Cowboys, and tonight we were doing give me a real solution for Dak Prescott, because everybody's always like, we won't win as long as we have Dak. Okay, all right, so tell me, instead of just telling me what we won't do, tell me how we can do. And the solutions that we got were start Cooper Rush, because Cooper Rush doesn't have a lot of turnovers, and he was 4-1. He did have the 3 against the Eagles, which was better competition, but be that as it may. We should have drafted Will Levis, and he should have sat behind Dak Prescott, and then we should have traded Dak, but Dak has a no-trade clause, so that's not the case right there. I'm trying to think of, Mac Jones doesn't have any receivers that are top 10, so that's why he's not good. We got Josh Allen throws a lot of interceptions because they can't run the football, even though they were second in yards per run and 15th in running the football. So there's that. But I also mentioned that, because people focus in on the interceptions. We could have, like say Daniel Jones, who had only 5 interceptions. Would that make you happy? Oh, they only had 15 TD passes in 17 games. So, yeah. Sometimes you risk the football. But we also, too, got people who said that, Dak Prescott is the coach killer because, of course, Jason Garrett got canned because of Dak Prescott. Yeah, because the Cowboys were always winning before Dak Prescott. It's okay. Then he also got Kellen Moore fired. Okay, all right. Be that as it may. What the Cowboys have actually done, or Mike McCarthy has led to, is a recreation of the 2010 Green Bay Packers. Now, mind you, that team was a 10-6 team, but that team got hot when the playoffs came through. Here's the thing about that team. Everybody is like, we need to bring Zeke back, or we need to get a Dalvin Cook, or, Joe Mixon. We need to get, a big name back. But here's the thing that's interesting about that team. That team, that 2010 Green Bay Packers team, their leading rusher, I think, only had 700 yards. They basically used like four guys running the football. Aaron Rodgers didn't have to throw 40 touchdown passes. Aaron Rodgers actually was 29 TDs and 11 interceptions. He had a lot of great receivers. Donald Driver, he had Greg Jennings, he had, damn, I can't remember his name, Jordy Nelson on that team. He had another really good wide receiver on there. They went 3 and 4 deep on tight ends. Their defense had Clay Matthews and A.J. Hawk, and they were like the third best defense in football. They were tough. They were gritty. They were a little bit arrogant too. And that's what Mike McCarthy has built with the help of his friends, Jerry Jones and Stevie Jones, is that team, for the most part, that's young, that is in your face, got a great defense that's going to take away the ball, and a lot of different weapons that are fast. The worry, of course, right now, and tomorrow, is going to be on display of how bad our offensive line is. But I was saying to Brian, here's the thing about our offense. There's a reason to be quick hitting, to be fast. If you're getting rid of the ball in 2.5 seconds, your offensive line doesn't have to be great. You follow me? Because it's like 1, 2, 3, boom, the ball's gone. It's not enough time for that defender to get there. Now, you need that offensive line to be able to block, but typically, West Coast offense is more zone blocking. And typically what happens is your offensive linemen are actually smaller, quicker, and they use angles. They're hook blocking and stuff. It's not, we're going to bulldoze you over. And so all of these things, I think, are changes that will help. Kellen Moore, oh, that was the other thing was, Kellen Moore was a genius and we screwed up by getting rid of him. Be that as it may, I'll take the experience that we have of Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy. And I'll look at this and say, we do have a complete team. And I think that they will understand game management better than Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore just has not had enough time to experience as much as those guys have. So I can't wait for tomorrow, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to be here, so I'm going to move the table over here. We'll be watching the TV that's right up there, and hopefully we'll have a great day. I can't wait because football is back. And let me say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you guys. Everybody who has subbed up to Brian, he went from last week 183 to 460 subscribers because of you guys. We got great news on Rashid. Rashid is getting better. His foot is beginning to heal, and not too many of us fortunately understand what it's like to have toes amputated. And for him, he can stand on his leg now for a short period of time, which is a major move. He is getting finances in order because of the donations and stuff that you've had, and as well as some other things too, where he's beginning to look for a place, and he's going to be back on his feet. And that's where I say thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for just watching and giving the thumbs up and liking the channel, subscribing. All these things help all of us to grow, and I appreciate all of you guys. And I'm loving how the house is coming. Working on the railings over here. I'll start varnishing those tomorrow. Got some more of the plaster done here. And hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday next week, we will have our occupancy where we'll actually be able to spend the night here in a 200-year-old house. that used to be a hospital and that people possibly died over there. And there's a cemetery about 300 feet over there. Yeah, we'll be able to spend the night. I'm Mark Holmes, and football is back. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.